name is Danielle Brizette, and I'm the museum educator here at the Farmers Branch Historical Park. So my job is to bring anything that happened in Farmers Branch's past to life, and that includes baseball. So I help to manage our 1860s baseball team, the Farmers Branch Mustangs. Vintage baseball is baseball as it was played in its infancy. Way back, it was invented in the 1840s, and it really got going right around the 1860s, sort of coinciding with the Civil War. So we play 1860s style baseball, which means a lot of the rules that you might be familiar with in modern baseball haven't been developed yet. We haven't invented gloves. We haven't really invented some of the uniforms that you see or some of the standards. There's no numbers on anybody's back. We use different words. We dress in different ways. And it's a lot of fun. It's a way of bringing history to life, and it's not just a battle or somebody making butter. It's something that's fun and enjoyable.
It's a teaching tool. It's an opportunity to teach people about history. History's not always wars and the Depression and things like that, so it's actual history.
I've been playing here in the league since the league started, which was around 2006, 2007. I'll have to get back with you on that, but we're almost on our 10th year here if we haven't reached it already. Vintage baseball is pretty much it's a history lesson. It's kind of an homage to the game as it was played in its infancy. Our version of it is 1860s rules, and it gives people a chance to learn about the game as it was played, and it gives people of all ages, especially older guys like me, a chance to get back out on the field and play. It was a slow pitch game. The dimensions of the field were the same, 90-foot base paths. A lot of similarities to modern day baseball, but probably the most obvious one that is not, that separates the game is no gloves. The players do not use gloves.
There's no glove.
There were no gloves, so you catch the ball on the first bounce, it's an out, because it's hard to catch the ball on the fly, but it's the way the game started.
There's, the occasional broken finger, but it doesn't happen too often.
Some of the other rules are you can't run past first base, you have to run to the base.
And there's some interesting fair foul rules. There's no strikes if the ball's pitched and you just don't like the look of it and you don't swing. You can let them pitch to you, 30, 40 times if you really feel like it.
A ball that's hit and lands fair, in other words, anywhere in front of home plate and between first and third base, if it hits fair, it's a fair ball, even if it rolls foul before crossing first or third base. And that's probably, one of the rules that was changed because there were a lot of players that learned to chop the ball and put top spin on it, and it could go forever. You get it in the park home run because the games were played in open fields. They didn't have organized stadiums, so the ball wouldn't roll into the stands. It might go into the next hayfield or whatever. So
the other strange thing is if I'm at bat and there's 2 outs and there's a man on first and second, so I hit a ground ball and they tag out the runner at second, the guy on first bats next time around. It's kind of weird, the batting order. That's kind of hard to keep up with. So conceivably, the same people could keep batting over and over again.
There are home rules. Each vintage baseball club has their, they have little nuanced differences. Initially when we started playing, there was no stealing, there were no leadoffs, and there was no sliding because those were all considered to be ungentlemanly behavior. Now, whether that's historically correct, we don't think it is because there were incredibly high scores even back then. So there was most likely stealing and leadoffs. I don't know about sliding because of the injuries, but. It was started initially to generate interest in the historical park here. And baseball is kind of a common thread. Men and women like baseball. There's history. And so that was kind of the impetus to get the program started here. And the side benefit is some of us who need exercise get a little exercise too.
The thing I most enjoy about vintage baseball is that it's bringing recreation of the past to life. It's bringing back something that people would have enjoyed and that they would have gotten together as a community to do. And it's not just sort of the day-to-day mundane tasks.
I just like the fact that it's just, just the whole aspect of the vintage game. To me, it's very genteel. And I guess it's our own little version of Field of Dreams.
I also like that there's actually a competitive nature to it. We're out there playing to win. Unlike a Civil War reenactment, when you get out on the field and you're like, well, the Confederates are going to win this one and the Union's going to win that one. This one we have no idea, so we're actually playing to try and take home the trophy or the title. Or
I think the most fun is just the camaraderie, the people, not only on our team but the other teams. It's about the game.
I enjoy the friendliness about it. It's competitive but not hyper competitive.
There's competition, certainly. You want to win, but that's not the focus. The focus is to have fun, learn about the game, experience the game.
I'm over 50, so I'm not trying to make the Houston Astros or anything. So it's just a lot of fun to get out here and get some exercise.
And we play teams in Wichita, Kansas. We play all over Texas, and it's the same everywhere. Everybody is very much into the game.
If you're interested in getting involved in vintage baseball, there's a number of teams in the North Texas area, located in Irving, Plano, and Farmers Branch.
So I have a Facebook page called North Texas Vintage Baseball, and like that page, and I have all the information. I can get you in touch with a team in your area. Irving, Farmers Branch, Plano, Carrollton has a team, Waxahachie has a team. So North Texas Vintage Baseball on Facebook.
On the web, go to the Farmers Branch Historical Park website, and there's a link to vintage baseball. And there's contact emails for Danielle, who's the park historian, and you can reach out, and you can also see the schedules. We have what we call all play, where it's just little practices, very informal practices, and the players will be suited up, but we invite anybody to come out and enjoy the practices. You can come and just watch, but if you get to participate, you also get to participate, and you can join up. It's very easy to do. There's no fees. You just come out and play.
I'd of course recommend that you join the Farmers Branch Mustangs. I think we're one of the best teams in this area, and you can get more information about us by visiting the Farmers Branch Historical Park or visiting our website at fbvintagebaseball.com.
The challenge that I offer to anybody, no matter what your age, no matter what your skill level, if you come out and play an inning of this game, odds are you're going to be hooked. You're going to come back because it is a lot of fun.